Why villains are afraid of the Flash. One night, a group of villains play poker, debating which cities are easiest to commit crimes in. Some dismiss Gotham and Metropolis as too chaotic, while two argue Coast City is perfect, since the Green Lanterns are often in space saving the galaxy. Another villain cuts them off and says he heard that Central City is tough, but he thinks it's overrated. The villains stare at him in disbelief before shouting that Central City is the worst of them. One of them asks him if he knows why big-time villains like Joker and Lex Luthor never mess with Central City. He recalls a time when Joker tried to unleash his venom on the city, but as soon as the gas started flowing, the Flash appeared and punched him back to Gotham, never to return. One of them dismisses this story as nothing and recalls a time when the Condiment King was all set to rob a bank in Central City, but he suddenly found himself in the middle of the desert and it took him a year to make it home. The villain thinks they are exaggerating, but they explain that the Flash kids are even more dangerous than he is. They describe Surge, who's as strong as Superman and can toss a giant like a skipping stone. Then there's Thunderbolt, a girl who can strike you 90 times before you even blink, and she might even give you a wedgie just for fun. One villain tells a story about a wizard named Mordru, who had the ability to travel through time and space, so he decided to visit Central City. As he walked down the street, a little girl stuck her tongue out at him. Somehow Mordru took offense to this and decided to snatch the little shit's lollipop. Unfortunately for him, he did it right in front of the Flash as he waves his finger back and forth. Mordru immediately jumped to another dimension, thinking he was safe. However, Flash somehow finds him. Mordru jumps in different dimensions multiple times, but each time Flash finds him. Finally, he jumps at the end of the universe, but the Flash walks behind him and asks for the lollipop back, and Mordru was never the same after that. The villain still can't believe what he's hearing. One of them says the worst part is that the Flash will give you a chance to do the right thing, unlike Batman, who will throw you in Arkham Asylum so you can escape later. The villain says they are just pulling his leg, and after all, he's been playing poker with the money he stole from a bank in Central City. The room falls silent, and all the villains stare at him in shock. They try to make a quick exit before the Flash shows up. Suddenly, they hear a knock on the door. The villain says it's probably the pizza he ordered. However, he opens the door to see the Flash asking for a quick chat.